How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. Today we're taking a look at how you can get over 29,000 capital peak points from only hitting Barbarian camps in your raid weekend attacks. So let's take a look at a couple of them, more in depth this time, and see how I'm able to take them out. So here we can see we've got the very close together grouped two of the rockets, as well as the multi-mortars are all grouped together. So this is a pretty good base for air. You know, these sort of sections of the multi-mortars would absolutely devastate a ground attack beyond hope and repair. Also, we can see we have some exterior air bombs, which should be very easy to take out. So first, as always, is we want to try and get the deployment zone as close to the base as possible. So we brought in 2 rams because I had a hunch that the first ram might go for the other wall section, which would have been no good. Then we always bring a couple of barbarians to try and clear out some of the trash buildings before we deploy our balloons. Now, as the barbarians and the rams are getting closer and they're dying out, we want to wait for them to die out before we drop down our graveyard spells. Now that most of them are destroyed, we want to see where we should actually deploy the graveyard spells. I also did use a zap just in between the rocket artilleries to hopefully damage them a little bit. So we definitely want to do one graveyard over the air bombs and this right side rocket. We also want to do one in the middle so that hopefully they split. And then our last one sort of in between the air bombs and the left rocket. Now the goal is to just deploy 1 pack of rocket balloons per air targeting defense if possible. We're trying to deploy them in a fashion where we can directly target the next line of defenses and try and push them closer and closer to the air bombs and the rockets. So those are the highest damaging defenses for an air attack. So you want to try and take those out, or at least get very close to taking them out on the first attack. So we did a pretty good job. We got over half, or not half, but just under half, and we completed one of the main goals, which is to take out at least 2 out of the 5 main defenses, being the air bombs and the rockets. So we have pretty good access to this right hand side rocket, and then we put our graveyards on the back end air defenses because those might be tricky to get to. Then we place one more sort of along the approach as we're going to prioritize attacking from the left hand side. We could probably attack from both sides evenly, but I'd rather just save a couple of balloons for the right hand side to try and directly target some of these defenses, and then mostly focus on trying to take out this air bombs on the left hand side as efficiently as possible. So we do absolutely take out the rockets, which are nice. Now we can just sort of relax as all of the air targeting defenses are destroyed. We even had, I think it was like 3 or 4 rocket balloons in reserve, which is crazy. So now we're just waiting for the rest of the base to fall. We get a very nice 2-shot with a bonus of 142 capital peak points, which is perfect. So now we'll take a look at the very next one, a little bit more closer and in depth. This one is completely different, very odd. I've definitely not versed a base like this in a while, so you always want to dissect the base when it's a strange layout that you've never seen before. So what we're always looking for is where are the rockets and where are the air bombs in relation to the air defenses and the firecrackers. Or sorry, the rapid rockets. So we have sort of this lone rocket artillery in the back. It is protected by rapid rockets and 2 air defenses, but 1 graveyard spell over 2 attacks should take it out, since there's not really any other defenses next to it. We have sort of a little hidden air bombs and rocket artillery, but the rocket is very low level, same with air bombs. And then we've got an exposed air bomb, so that will be super easy. And then we've got more of a centralized air bombs. So it'd be pretty pointless trying to come in from the right hand side to destroy these walls. I much prefer the idea of destroying these 3 wall sections and then opening up the left side of the base, because then you get a bunch of deployment zone improvements. So we do the graveyards, of course, one over the rock artillery, second over the second one, and then one over the centralized air bombs. Already take out the first air bomb super easy, so really our only goal for this first attack is to take out one more air bombs or get very, very close, destroy everything else in front of it so that we can directly target them the second attack. So now it's just a matter of trying to get as much value from your remaining balloons that you can. So you definitely don't want to sacrifice them into the air bombs if possible, but you do want to try and directly target all the defenses around them. So here we do manage to sneak in a couple of balloons. And so we have actually surpassed our goal. We've gotten all 3 of the air bombs down. So now we take a look and we see, oh, there was a Tesla that popped, so it protected the rocket artillery a little bit better. So now we're just mostly placing the graveyards over sort of tricky spots. And once you start using the rocket balloons more and more, you'll realize sort of where the pathing takes them and where the back end defenses might cause some issues. However, we can directly target this rocket artillery now. So 1 pack of balloons for that bad boy. And now we are mostly just focused on trying to push into the back end rocket artillery and trying to spread out the balloons, because since that defense is in the very back of the base, it will have, you know, unlimited access to our balloons. So if you have them all grouped up together, that rocket hit is going to do a lot of damage. So now there's just that one rapid rockets left, and it goes down, and the base is destroyed. So I highly recommend that you guys practice 2-shotting the Barbarian camp. It is a little bit tricky at first, but you can get better and better the more times you hit the base, because as you go higher and higher up into the Capital Peak raids and start versing more and more upgraded bases, some of the Barbarian camps are worth between 10 and 11,000 points. So you can very easily get between, you know, probably 27 to 33,000 Capital Peak points using the same strategy every single week. So if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me out a bunch. And there are a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching. Until next time, take care.